Hello and welcome to the apocalypse.
Brr, brr, brr.
Me and Mage are here, and we're joined by our Mondi replacement for the day.
Replacement, improvement, whatever you want to call it.
Mondi's wife had to confiscate his office. Office is a loose term.
His space.
Yeah,
Space. The space he records in.
it was
So
still
he can't record with
confiscated.
us today.
So we're stuck with Bird for today.
You said betterment, so none of that.
Go ahead, Mage. Tell him what we're up to.
Ooh, we got a fun one today. Today we are doing aliens. Aliens. So cool. So doing aliens is there's a couple caveats to this too that we gotta think about. So our categories, we're doing how human, so how close are they to humans? So obviously one is, we're doing this little opposite of what you would think by that statement. So very human is a 1. So if they look identical to us, no. If they don't look anything like us at all, it's a 10. So the more unlike us they look, the better. For tech and transportation, if it's uncool, it's a 1. If it's super cool, it's a 10. And then rarity, if they're hidden, so like if they're the last of their species, if they're the only one, that's a 1. If they're everywhere, that's a 10.
So we
I was
basically are
thinking
doing golf scores.
on Earth.
Yeah, just on Earth. Sorry. So how hidden they are on Earth.
Who are the 3 mysterious characters today, Mage, as that you think we're going to be?
Let me go ahead and spin the wheel. This is a show that we watched all in our childhood, so we shall see how it goes here. First is Dawn and her
Okay.
Piplup.
Fucking love Piplup.
Well, good, because that's you.
Yeah.
Bird. Piplup's a bird.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I didn't even think about that. This actually works out really well.
Who is your first alien, Bird?
My first alien. I feel like this may not be a surprise to Silver. Is Superman.
Did you? So I take it by that response, you didn't listen to the
No.
episode, the DC Heroes episode?
No, I have not yet.
Because I trashed Superman that entire episode.
Well, on this one, you're just identifying his appearance, so
Okay.
nothing else.
Yep.
I have other ones in store for the other sections. He looks like an everyday dude. He even has an even dorkier, more blendable human appearance. Like, his whole point as Superman and Clark Kent is to kind of blend in a little bit. He looks like everyone's Boy Scout next door kind of thing, so that's why I chose him for that one. And let's face it, he grew up in fucking Kansas. What's more fucking blendable than Kansas?
Jersey.
He's not gonna have no. No, we're not going there. And I feel like another thing is for him to kind of be humanoid in appearance or whatever is his place where he's from is so high tech and advanced in their tech, whatever. And the whole time he's going from Krypton to Earth was, he learned, has like a whole bunch of learning at his fucking fingertips. And morality is very akin ours of everything. So I think he just blends in pretty well.
All right, Silver, you want to go first?
I can.
Talk about subpar man.
Listen, all you're doing is literally judging him on his appearance and how well he blends in as a human being.
I can comfortably say I've consumed enough DC media that I am not judging him just on his appearance.
That's what we're doing here today as an alien. It's nothing else.
All right.
It's not the DC episode. I feel comfortable with why I chose him for this.
For now.
Yeah, he's not me my other ones for other things, so he'll be replaced.
So Superman as an alien. no one could really tell he was an alien until he was like an adult and started doing superpowered things because he looks exactly like a human.
The only thing is he doesn't have a belly button.
Yeah, and he didn't run around shirtless because he wore flannels because he was in Kansas the whole time.
Now, is the no belly button thing canon, or is that just a Smallville thing?
I thought it was canon.
Or I was thinking that was Kyle XY.
Yeah, because he has a
Maybe.
belly button in Super. I watched Smallville religiously as a teen.
Type in shirtless Superman, see what he has.
Shirtless Superman. I'm not
I
going to
assure
do
you
that.
that Tom Welling had a belly button in Smallville.
Because he's so close to human that he can actually have a kid with Lois.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the consensus is he does because post-crisis Kara does.
Oh yeah, because of her outfit change.
Yeah, so she has one, so
Okay.
it's assumed that he does.
Okay,
Forgive me for getting the
Listen.
canon that's been changed 18 times wrong.
Listen. All of comic books have been changed 18 times. If you don't know what you're talking about until you're talking about it.
So my rating for how human is 1
He's literally
because
human.
he's human. If you take away the red sun, he would be human. Tech wise, though, he does have a lot of advanced tech because he was in a space pod that came to Earth. He's got tech up in his glacier home that doesn't freeze. I think he's got a portal gun that banishes people to
The Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Did he make that, or does he just have it?
It's Kryptonian tech.
Yeah.
I believe he got it and was able to reverse engineer it.
Yeah. He also, depending on certain lore, has that whatever it is that transports him back to Argos, so he can do all so he has a lot of.
So just I'm going to say tech. He doesn't actually use a lot of tech anymore. It's mainly just fists and laser eyes.
The technology.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it a 7 for tech. And rarity. I mean, Kryptonians are pretty rare. Since their homeworld got destroyed.
There's generally 1 to 2 at a certain time.
Yeah. And you don't count Bizarro as a Kryptonian, do you?
He's half. Same thing as you wouldn't count the Lex Luthor clone. Theoretically, it's not full Kryptonian. It's not a Kryptonian.
I wouldn't count it specifically because would you call someone born on Mars an Earthling, even if their parents are Earthlings?
No.
Yeah, they would be Martian. So he would be an Earthling. He's not a Kryptonian.
So they are pretty rare and hidden, as they're not everywhere. I'm just going to give it as a 3 because they just keep popping in from other universes as well. So Superman gets a 11 for me on our alien scale.
Okay.
To be fair for Bird, we did ask her an hour or 2 before we actually had to record.
Also, I actually have for tech and the other one different aliens. So I thought we were doing each, we did that one time.
Oh, different ones for each one.
Yep. No one said that. So Superman was appearance.
Yikers.
Tech and transportation is something else, and the other one is something else too. So
okay,
I got nerfed.
You're on the same playing field as Mondi.
Could have just had Mondi send you his list.
You think he made a list?
No, he didn't.
Exactly. It's fine. I'm sure ours will be the same way. So usually it's how it goes in episodes like this, where it's there's 2 that are decently high and 1 that's ugh.
Okay. Who's next up on the? Oh no, you
got to rate, bruh. Come on. Jeez. I'll be nicer. So for how human, Silver said 1, and I understand that we're trying to go based on appearances. The appearance, I don't know if you understand this. Clark Kent doesn't look anything fucking like me. When he sees yellow sun and he roids the hell out, and then can shoot laser beams from his eyes, I don't look like that. So,
but Clark Kent from Flashpoint looks like Mondi.
Not really though. He's
When
a
he gets shoved inside the dark bunker for years.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I get what you mean now. From that, I was thinking Flashpoint from like the comics. I was like, no, it's not him. Um, yeah, he does look like that, but that goes to show that like people wouldn't survive that long. He does. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna for how human I'm gonna say like a 5 because like appearance, yes, to an extent, but like most of like physiology and all that is not the same. Tech and transportation, they got like the episodes of like Justice League that they show of Krypton before it blows up. That is a very advanced civilization, and he has a lot of that tech that came with his rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, he has artificial technology that comes with it, so it can continue to create more. So for technology, I'm gonna say like a 9 because it's a lot of really cool shit. The Phantom Zone projector. I think his technology actually is used to create Bizarro. I think it's Kryptonian technology, and that brings into a whole other issue. A lot of Kryptonian technology keeps getting stolen.
Yeah, he really doesn't have good security on that.
No, well,
Which he has good security.
because when he gets shot off too, it's later revealed there's a bunch of kids who got shot off into different areas of the universe as well before Krypton exploded. So it's like, oh, it's not just him. And then there's all the people in the Phantom Zone and all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna say a 9 for that. Rarity, if you're going by like Young Justice standards, there's an entire Phantom Zone dimension of just Kryptonians. So like, there's a lot of them, and it seems like they continually pop up. Um, and if we're going by physiology, Superman continues to create people like him in his children, and then there's all the clones and Bizarre and all that. So I'm gonna say I'll be a little bit more generous. I'll say about a 7. They're not everywhere, but there's a good amount of them. There's enough that they keep getting pointed out. So that is, I say 797, so 23.
Okay, you bumped that one up.
And now I will spin the wheel to see who our second person is. Silver jumping ahead over there.
Yeah, I might have been a little harsh
A little
on
bit.
Superman.
That's fine. Ooh, next is Tracy and his Scyther, which is me.
Wait, who does that leave me as?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Right.
We'll get there. Okay. So for mine, I have my list is really like diverse. I am picking from a show that we all watched. I'm sure we all watched in our childhood. It started as a movie, became a whole franchise. I am
I think you're
picking.
going to steal mine.
I am picking Experiment 626
Yep, you just stole
Stitch.
mine.
Gotcha. So Stitch is created by an evil doctor, Doctor. I think it's Jumba. Yeah, Doctor Jumba.
Jumbo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's Doctor Jumba, but Jumba. Um, he creates actually 620. I think it's 7 or 628 experiments.
Yeah, I think 7 is Leroy.
Yeah, 7's Leroy, and I think there's an 8 eventually, but it doesn't matter. But Experiment 626 is supposed to be the deadliest of all of the experiments. He's very similar size and shape to like a mid-sized dog. Um, he has antennae that he uses to sense. He has a very strong sense of smell, hearing, all of that. He has very sharp razor-like teeth. He actually has an extra set of arms that protrude from his torso when he needs to, along with spines that go along his back. He's blue in color, which allows him to blend into a lot of like foliage on alien planets. He's an expert tracker, and when he's actually crashed on Earth and found by Lilo, Lilo teaches him to be a docile creature, and he ends up helping Lilo find the other experiments and find them homes, and finds a home with Lilo. So that's Stitch. Oh, and he has rocket blasters that are really cool. He can also use any form of technology and fly any vehicle.
He's also afraid of water.
Yeah, he can't swim, so downside. Dang, Silver, I feel bad. I have 4 on my list. I should have picked a different one.
Appearance of humanity. He is not very human. He is not even a dog. They assume he got ran over by a fucking Mack truck. He's that unlooking like a dog. So he doesn't even look like a pet on Earth. So he is not very appearance looking.
Yeah.
Um,
Not at all.
transportation and tech.
Sorry. So what
Are
was
we
your
considering
what was your
10?
1 to 10 on? Oh, 10. Okay, cool.
10? Yeah, he like I said, he doesn't even look like a dog. So, question for tech:
Mhm.
Is it what he has, what his whole universe has, like out there that he can get his little grubby paws on? Is it what Jumbo's given him? So, like, what is his? Yeah, what is his little grasp?
So I genuinely don't know. It would be, I guess, what you guys think.
I would think what's most directly related to him because he has his blasters.
So
He's got a spaceship.
He's got a spaceship. They have like the telecommunication devices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does he have much of anything else besides some?
Technically,
He
he
himself
has a
was
experiment made
technology.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the thing that like tells him about the other experiments.
Yeah, I would say, I want to say like a 9, just because blaster. A lot of aliens have it in lore. His doesn't do like a lot of special stuff. Same with his spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Like him being an experiment puts him at a 9 because he's the strongest, most controlled. You know, he's the best of the best out of 625 other experiments. And then like goes in like to like the basically the alien fucking Pokedex.
It is literally the alien Pokedex.
Yeah, and then like fixing the experiments and stuff. I would say a 9, but I'd say like his two core things are classic sci-fi, so kind of just takes him down just a little bit. Rarity, just based on the fact, purely because he is part of 626 experiments, he's a 5. Like, he's the best one of him, but there were 625 before you, yeah. So yeah, I would say.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So a 10, 9, 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
24.
Okay. I'm also going to give it a 10 for not being human. Tech-wise, 9 I agree with because of all the cousins and siblings plus himself. And as for rarity, Stitch and all his siblings are pretty much now a natural there's native wildlife in Hawaii.
Yeah, I didn't think of
Because
that.
they all just live on the islands.
There's probably a handful of animals there there are less than 626 of them.
The mosquitoes that are protected.
Yeah.
And eventually, Stitch goes to Japan.
I refuse to read it. We got
watch it.
We got a Stitch anime before we got a continuation series. That makes me so mad.
It technically is a continuation series because Lilo is an adult and has
Not
Lilo's
the same.
daughter.
Not the same.
It's a sequel. It's like when Peter met Wendy. Or her kid, Jane, whatever.
Another kind of fun thing to think about Lilo and Stitch. Stitch doesn't age like humans do. Stitch will still be there long when Lilo's gone.
It's just gonna be 626 of them fucking around.
Yikes.
Hear me out. And it has not been obviously made into lore or whatever. If like he and Angel can have kids, or if any of the experiments can have
624.
624, yes. I wasn't sure. 625 was the
625 is my favorite character in any media ever.
He was the super smart one, just like the sandwiches, right?
He's 100% the same as
Leroy,
626. Right? I don't think it's Leroy. He's 100% the same as 626. He just doesn't have the motivation. Jumbo just took out his motivation. I thought Leroy was the later one. Was like 6.
Leroy is the yellow one.
Oh, it is him then. Yeah.
Yeah.
625 is also yellow.
No. I did Leroy and Stitch, and it's a red one.
Yeah, Leroy is red.
Yeah. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
65 is the sandwich dude.
yeah, I think 6'2". I think Leroy is
His
6'9".
name's Ruben, 625.
Ruben, yeah.
Like the sandwich.
Yep, because
Yeah.
Lilo gives him the name Ruben. I'm gonna fall down this fucking rabbit hole. No, I
Cannot
know
be
I'm
a
going
Stitch,
to.
Leroy, and their 620 whatever friends.
Rarity wise, I'm going to go. Rarity wise, I'm going to go with a 5 as well, just because yeah, they populate the whole island of Hawaii.
Whole
And
island.
has it ever been stated what island that they are on
Oahu.
of the
I
island?
think it's
Okay,
Oahu.
Oahu is big, like one of the biggest ones,
Yeah,
obviously, but it's still not big.
it's the one. It might not be Oahu then. It's the one, whichever one has uh, the volcano.
Kauai.
Okay, so I think it's Kauai then.
Yeah, so like I said, it's not very big. So in that spatial awareness of 620 something friends of his, that's
Mhm.
like so you might have more experiments than you do like people. Not really, but you know.
It's a possibility.
All right, and last but not least is Brock and his Crobat.
Oh no, at least it's a Crobat.
You knew it was gonna be.
So I need to get off the Lilo and Stitch wiki.
Yes,
Going down a
don't go
rabbit
down
hole.
that rabbit hole.
Since you took Lilo and you took Stitch from me, now I gotta go with the ever so fan favorite Upgrade from Ben 10.
That's a really good one.
You familiar with Ben 10, Bird? So Upgrade from Ben 10 is a from Ben's Omnitrix is an alien that he can fuse with technology and give it upgrades. He can fuse with their RV and gave it like boosters, made it fly. He can fuse with armor. He's like a tech digital design on him. He's green, like a blob. But he can take a 2-arm, 2-limb. He can take different. But he's more of a blob, I consider him. And they haven't really shown many of him in this series.
Uh, there's a couple. Because the
Yeah.
whole one of the premises of the later series is about him fighting an evil version of it.
That's right. So they are out there. I think you go first, Mage.
Upgrade is a very cool, in my opinion, a really dope one of Ben's aliens. I think it's from the first season, and then as it goes on, it
Oh,
kind of transitions out. But good.
his species is technically Galvantic Mechamorph
I remember now that you
from
said that.
Galavan Prime.
Yeah, so there is like a planet of these things. From what I remember, they do talk about it in I think one of the episodes. It is a they were hunted, I think, at one point and used as like slaves because of their ability to upgrade technology, which is awful. But um, that's why the Omnitrix exists, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, to preserve alien DNA, not to hunt people. So how human 10 and not remotely even close to an alien? It's an amorphous blob. Tech and transportation. I mean, 10. You see what it is. It is literally tech. Although I will say rarity. I'm gonna say a 2 because I don't think you meet one in the series that is not Ben's alien or the other guy's alien. There's the one evil Ben. I don't think you meet one that's either of them. And then the one they fight in the series is the evil guy. It like the DNA like removed itself from the Omnitrix or something. So I don't think you meet one that's like from the planet. So they're very rare, it seems to be. So I'm gonna say, yeah. So 10, 10, 2. Or a 22.
They're accidentally created aliens.
Okay.
I found a whole. They got a picture of them all together.
Human appearance.
But
Or not.
I will also say this is on a planet that is not Earth. So like they're hidden on their own
Okay.
planet.
Yeah.
All right. They're not human. I feel like even if he was to take like a human shape, it would still be that green. That's that skin graphic.
Yeah.
So not.
Techno skin.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I might get a little bit of flack for tech transportation. 8. Based on the fact of, yes, his tech is really cool and stuff, but compared to some of the other things that the Omnitrix can do, mid, like it gets the job done. Like so just compared to like something else, like other things in the world, including like the Omnitrix itself, meh. And then rarity, a 2 because there's 2 of them. Like he's not the only one. There's another one out there. So yeah.
And also, Silver, if I'm looking at this right, I think that planet of them, like that big of them, are like bits of it that has created itself and then has made more. Like it's taken over other items and created other things. Because like
It's
all of them,
possible.
because none of them have the same shape.
I don't know much about the
Mhm.
galvanic mechamorphs.
Geez, didn't you pay attention? Gosh. All right. And that brings us back around in round 2 to Bird.
There's one that's called malware. It looks pretty good.
That's the villain. That's the one in the second one. It's red.
Yeah.
I will say, Ben 10 did a really good job of like picking villains. Because it's like in the first season, you have like Ghost Freak, who is one of his aliens that like becomes a villain. You have that one. You have Kevin. Like, there's a lot of really cool villains in Ben 10. It's a decent series, Bird. If you get a chance, check it out.
I have watched. Yeah.
Just stop at Ben 10 Go. Then you're done.
I used to watch it. Yeah, I used to watch like the very couple first seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once they started changing, like like with Digimon, how they're like, oh, this is new, like the rules are really. I'm like, you changed the rules. I don't want to learn more rules.
You're gonna make Silver go back to last episode where I rated Digimon the lowest of any show on here.
Okay. So for my second one, and it's one that I have to kind of tell you guys about a little bit. It is from the book series Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And they are called the Valg. The Valg and Throne of Glass are ancient, malevolent demon-like creatures originating from another dark realm. Created by a dark god, they are beings of shadow they're beings of shadow and pure malice. They have the ability to possess humans, turning them into ruthless, twisted versions of themselves. Their presence corrupts both mind and body, often leading to a gradual, devastating loss of humanity in their hosts. The Valg serve as formidable antagonists with dark, powerful magic, nearly indestructible in their true forms, which I would pretty much picture like a shadow version of like Darkseid a little bit. They're monstrous, Titan-like things, and their ultimate goal is to consume and dominate the mortal world. So, in a sense, they are considered aliens because they originate from another realm entirely. It's an otherworldly dark dimension where, like in Venom, they left and came to the mortal world because there's nothing left to dominate. They want something new. They want to be powerful again. Their otherness goes beyond their appearance and powers. It's against the natural world and magic systems. And they are alien invaders to the core of they want to control, corrupt, and ultimately dominate the world that's not their own. For their tech, they have these things called they're like collars. They're made of a certain type of stone in the world. You put it on them, and like I said, it slowly just starts taking you over bit by bit. until you're just their puppet. And then you eventually just become a husk and die because of the collars. They have some other things, but I would say that's their number one form of tech, so I'll list that. They also have with the same stone type of thing. They put these stones up like monoliths, and it's all like buildings. It's in the form of erasing all other magic. There's very little magic in this world besides their own. That's what their whole kind of thing is. And then for the last part, their rarity, there are, I think, 2 to 3 that came from the original world. But then they create their little puppets, which gets up into like a decent number towards the end of the book series. And there's the threat of them opening up the world's like portal thing. So there's a threat of more just waiting at this door to completely take over. And if I'm not mistaken, their presence is felt in 2 other book series, aka 2 other worlds, just from these 2 or 3 that trickled in from their home world to this mortal world in Throne of Glass. So, yeah, that is Valgs. And let me see if I can find some artwork on Valgs.
How do you spell Valg?
VALG.
It is, yes.
I'm looking at the wiki right now, but
Yeah.
I had an L in there. Or a U. VAUG. Vog.
close. Like Volt.
Like I said, because it's a book series, it's really hard to kind of get past fan art. But let me see if I can get you like a physical description or something. Oh, apparently they have a couple other types of them, which I forgot that they are interacted. One's like a spider.
It's a Stygian spider.
Yeah, and then they have the Ritteraks, which are they are vaguely human in appearance. They grant some of their strength in exchange for sacrifice, but they are not parasites like the Valgar. And then there's the Ilkin, which are huge demonic entities with large wings and venomous claws. They were specifically created for aerial troops. And they have a caste system, which is queens, kings, royalty. So they have like a whole fucking tier system to just their history.
I can't get over that the Stygian spider ones are highly intelligent, horse-sized spiders.
Yes, they're horse-sized. I like to forget that fact.
Oh, this is from
a lot.
fucking Tumblr.
Like I said,
Jesus Christ.
right here. You're in a lot of fan fiction territory with what they look like.
That's fine.
But yeah, that is the Valg.
Silver, you are up.
So, how human? Definitely not very human. They do have skull faces, though. Like they're basically humanoid shaped. They'd be like that Who's That Pokemon type deal.
Yeah.
Still not very. I'm going to say a 7.
I can deal with that.
Tech. It sounds like they got a decent amount of tech, but they rely a lot on magic.
They do.
So I'm going to give that a 5. Just a nice middle ground. And rarity. It sounds like there's a bunch of them out there if they're trying to take over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this world. You know, a takeover invasion seems to score, let them know they're there.
Yeah. And it's for almost, so like I would say like 20 something years, a lot of people didn't know they were there until they started massing their numbers and stuff. So once they're in your face, they're just in your face.
It's kind of like a Marvel Secret Wars type deal where they're hidden.
Mm-hmm.
The scroll.
It's like I said in one of the things of they're parasites, so they kind of got into their host system, built it up, strengthened it, and then was like, oh well, we're all secure now. Let's get the job done. So they very are like scroll like, if you think about it that way.
Yeah. So I'll go with a 7, 5, 10 for 22, which is twice as better as Superman.
All right. So I'm gonna say kind of similar. I'm gonna say an 8 actually, because the Stygian spider one thing kind of really changes it for me. Um, so I'm gonna say an 8 for lookalike. Hmm, technology. It seems like what they have is like the Arcano magic thing, where it's like it's technology and magic, which is really cool. But I'm gonna say like a 6
Okay.
ultimately. So and then cool. It. hmm, it almost seems like a vampire kind of thing. Like you invite it in and then there's a lot. So I would say probably a 7. So
Did you say for cool?
20. No, sorry for the last one
Rarity.
for rarity. So what did I say? Silver 8, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is that
That's 21.
for a total of 43? Okay, Mage. Are you going to steal my next one?
I hope not. I'll feel like such a dick.
Because Bird stole my other one.
Superman?
No, the spiders.
Oh. Um,
Yeah. I haven't even started reading that book yet.
it's
You had Valgon there?
No, I didn't.
Oh dang! I was like, oh, that's fucking sucks.
I was severely banking on being the only one for that one.
So I made fun of Bird for picking
Uh
Superman.
huh.
I am gonna pick a Superman knockoff. Um,
Okay.
I am picking. I gotta pull up his wiki because I know I'm gonna get some shit on this because I think there are differences. So
Okay.
no, I don't want to donate. Fuck you, wiki. I am picking Omni Man from the Invincible series.
I am not surprised.
This is what Superman should be. So Omni Man he's essentially he's a uh, knockoff version of Superman, right? This is like a retelling of who Superman is. He is a Viltrumite, which is an alien race of warriors. They are they're war bound, so they are constantly fighting each other. Um, he has certain special abilities, which is not determined by. Get out of here. Which is not determined by like a sun or whatever. He just has them. Super speed, super strength, uh, stamina, senses, invulnerability, flight, longevity. He doesn't age. Accelerated healing, and he also has hand-to-hand combat ability, similar to like Captain America, where it's like he can watch a person use a fighting style and then masters it.
No laser beam
Um,
eyes or super breath or seeing through walls.
no, he doesn't have the bullshit abilities, unfortunately.
Bullshit ability.
He's
The
just
bullshit abilities.
he's got enhanced physical abilities, no meta magic
Yeah, no
abilities.
meta powers. He is 2,000 plus years old. He's lived and conquered multiple worlds in his life. Yeah, he's the man.
Isn't he a
I'm
bit of a
trying to think.
jackass too?
Oh, he's
He's a
a
big one.
fucking dick. I
I've only
if
seen
you haven't seen
TikToks.
this, watch the first episode.
Okay.
Watch
What's
just
it
the
on?
first episode. It's on Prime.
I have Prime. I might do that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Once you watch the first episode, you'll want to watch the rest.
Do you say will or won't?
You will. Even though the animation quality went down,
Yeah,
I
it's
believe, as it went.
as you mean like as the season went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like Amazon doesn't have money.
Weird. They get a lot of
Which
money from
is
me.
yeah, unfortunately, same here. Um, yeah, but he's so he has like the physique is different, obviously. His body structure is different. You can tell by how he's built. Like they have more expand chests. They have like smaller mid regions and bigger legs. Which just happens to look like he is just a very roided out person, but because of that, it's a different body structure.
What kind of car does he
That's
drive?
him. He flies at the speed of sound.
No, I was gonna say my rating has to go on a certain tangent. His tech.
Not
He has
really.
he has a lot of Viltrumite tech when he goes to. So Viltrumite is a. God, this is wild.
So a warship.
I'm trying not to spoil some of this.
For the
When
sake of it,
he-
I'll go. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so he takes over Earth and is supposed to kill everyone on Earth and allow Viltrumite to take the planet and repopulate it, which is how they expand their empire. So the planet of Viltrum, is very technology packed. It's based on Krypton. It's very similar to like that regard.
Okay.
But it is a race of savages. So like if you are not strong enough, you die.
Okay.
So like the only people that exist on the planet are like the top of the top percent.
So it's District 1 in the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Okay.
100% yes. So that's a brutal give. God. Yeah. So he doesn't have much technology. However, he does have like the ability to use technology.
Okay.
He has a cell phone.
All right. How human? Especially if I met this motherfucker in person, with his age and everything else, I would look at his appearance and be like, oh, you're a gym bro. You're a roid rat. He's
Mhm.
one. Like, everything, that's why I asked, is he like driving lifted trucks? I'd be like, oh, everything checks out. You're that dude. You're a 1. You're a -1 because you're an asshole. I say 1. Because like you say like he looks like a roided out, like their proportions aren't normal either, quote
Yeah,
unquote.
they're not super
Yeah.
different.
Text for transportation, because it's not as readily on hand as Superman's. Like, it kind of seems like he has to get to it / go there to kind of work at this.
Yeah, at first it does, and then as he conquers planets, he then just takes the technology with him.
Okay, so when we start the series, does he have the rest of the technologies from the other world with him? Okay.
No.
3. Like, it's potential, but since he doesn't have a lot of it on hand, maybe I'd say 3. If he had, like I said, if he had it more readily in hand, I would have gone higher up. Rarity on Earth. Is there only one of him?
Technically,
Yeah,
too.
his son.
Okay. Do we know that they're threatening Earth early on? I'd say.
So not until the end of the first season.
The beginning half is like a training session, pretty much.
So it's like a filler arc, almost.
It's
not really.
It's like a coming of age training arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
2. Because there's 2 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, he doesn't have a lot of it on hand. Superman might be all the things that you called him, but at least he has a lot of the shit on him.
Yeah.
This might be one of the first episodes I lose.
I'm gonna have to agree with Bird on a lot of the stuff too.
Oh,
I hate you.
did we finally dethrone you?
I gave Superman a 1, so I have to give Omni-Man a 1 because he is human pretty much. He disguised himself without glasses.
Okay, to be fair, he disguised himself without glasses. He is wearing a full other suit.
But
yeah.
Okay, but hear me out.
And flying at the speed of sound.
I have a thing with that. Is also, he looks like the corporate asshole that he wants you to pay attention to him. You know, where he's kind of like, look at me. I'm the alpha. I'm the one in control here.
When you watch the show, it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But, so it's like, yeah. So it's like with Superman, like, he just blends in. So.
Then,
and I feel like, especially like in today's modern society, those dudes that are like, look at me, I'm like in control, I wear a suit, I'm like it's you're kind of like, I'm not even gonna look at you, like I don't want to pay attention to you until I have to.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fair. So we're just gonna give me the same score.
Tech is going to be a 2 because
Oh,
even then, he doesn't really use a lot of tech. Their species just punches.
uh,
They sometimes have weapons. That's
he's
not.
like I'm number 1, but I don't need the other shit.
And rarity, I'm going to go higher just because I know a little bit further in the series.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a 5.
How generous of you.
So an 8 from me and a 6 from Bird.
Cool.
I feel so bad because you gave me Superman, but
I was nice.
I said you weren't nice to my freaking emotional damage. You kind of.
I'm not gonna be nice anymore.
So I'm just going off. You want me to go now?
Yes.
I mean, you are. Are you next?
Am I next? No,
Yes.
I'm silver. Next was previous episode.
I hate you.
You're technically Brock and whatever.
Yeah.
That was.
So since you guys took most of mine, as I was busy with other stuff, didn't really prepare a lot of aliens. We're going with the classic from our childhood movie, Alien. The
I almost did
aliens.
aliens.
Nope. The aliens from Chicken Little.
What? Oh. Okay.
It has been a minute since I've seen
Yeah.
this movie.
Fill me in on these aliens that I don't remember a lot of.
I don't remember a lot of them either. I just know they were aliens. I remember they were traveling through to visit their in-laws, and they stopped on Earth for a second, and their son got out of the spaceship, and they left him behind. And then they came back angry.
That's something. You leave your kid and then get angry at the rest of Earth.
I know they got the spaceship. They're pretty much like little tech squids.
Tech squids is a sentence.
Oh no, and the tech squids are actually their tech.
Okay.
They actually are little goobers, like teardrops with little 3 legs that pilot them.
I'm mad you picked this movie because I fucking hated this movie as a kid. That's the wrong one.
I know, but it's what every time I think of these aliens, I for some reason think of Jimmy Neutron aliens.
So my immediate thought was, have you seen Megamind?
Yeah.
I thought of the Fishborg alien.
Oh, okay. Yep.
God.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on rating.
It's not a human.
It's
that's
not a
for sure.
human.
So it's a 10. The tech is pretty cool. We'll give it a 6. And rarity, there's a lot of them. There's a fuckload of them because they invade planets. So I'm gonna say a 1 for rarity because they overpopulate people. That's how they invade planets.
You're reading the card backwards.
Okay, they're hidden. God damn, fuck you.
Yeah, John
I
did
hate
it.
you. So 8 for everywhere then. Because they do invade planets, so I got to give you a high score. Fuck you. Yeah. So 10, 6, 8, 24.
Okay. They're not human. Tech transportation.
They got the little robot suits and they can fly across space and
6.
time. Oh.
I think the robot suits kind of give them a little bit of the edge versus the classic alien lore. Their little robot things. Rarity. Would you give it?
8.
8. I'll go with 8 too because, like you said, they're there, but they're kind of hidden. All right, back up to you for the last one.
You got it.
And I'm going
Game
with
on.
not DC, but a Marvel character.
Oh,
And I'm going with good old
Gamora.
No, good old ballsack face. Thanos. Thanos, you know, he's like what?
It's Grimace. It's Grimace if he got a gym membership.
Uh, in Marvel Comics, isn't he like 8 foot tall? Because there's a whole joke about James Rowland's height. So he's like a
Yeah.
8 foot tall, purple alien, buffed out as fuck. Can punch out superheroes with little to no effort. So he's not human, but he's human. You know, he's human-esque. He goes there. His tech and transportation. He has his warship. Well, theoretically, you would have to say like a series of warships that have travel, giant weapons. They have the almost weren't they like mech alien, elephant type shits, advanced weaponry, teleportation things to capture you, just a whole bunch of shit. But what stands him out is his Infinity Gauntlet. It can wield all 6 Infinity Stones with little to no effort. Yes,
I will say this: he didn't invent, nor does he really have to know how to use the Infinity Gauntlet.
he is a primary holder.
I don't know if you can count that as technology.
I'm throwing it in there.
I think it's more magic than it is technology.
Mech, like with the Valgs, he said it's kind of a little bit of both.
Maybe. Okay.
Because it, I'm going to go somewhere with this, holds this all 6 stones, whatever. And Tony Stark, it's not his, but, Tony Stark mechanizes. So it has the ability to be technologized if you understand its workings. So it has the ability to become Iron Man's version of the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff too. So I'll just throw that down there as a nod to technology. His rarity, even as one of the Titans in Marvel Comics, I'm pretty sure he is one of the only ones that look like him.
He is the only one that looks like him.
I don't, because he didn't come from a homeworld of him, did he?
He did. Well, he did,
And
and then he was thrown away.
Okay. Because
they were afraid of what he looked like.
Yeah. And it's, I'm going to throw the gauntlet in a little bit too in this, because I feel like even with, if they're kind of more of him with the gauntlet, if he snaps, he has the ability to take out anything that does look like him. It's not for sure, obviously, because the gauntlet doesn't let you choose, but it has the ability to kind of make him even more rare. So that's Thanos.
Silver, you first, or am I?
I'm first.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
So Thanos, he is going to get a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go 7 for how he looks.
Okay.
Because he has 5 fingers, 5 toes, a face, mouth, human shaped, but purple and big.
Yes, purple and big.
Tech, 6.
Okay.
He's got his spaceship and stuff and the gauntlet is cool, but he stole that from some dwarves. And rarity, I mean, there's more.
To be fair, he bought it.
Did he buy it?
He bought it from the dwarves. Yeah, it was the currency he used was their lives.
I mean, no one can say you stole it if there's no one left to say you stole it.
Rarity, there is only him.
Okay.
I guess Gamora is his daughter.
And he adopted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not his biological daughter. I don't think he has biological children.
I don't think he does either.
Well, the only person he loves is Lady Death, so might be a little bit of a issue there.
It's a hard relationship.
Yeah, especially one to bring life in when you're death.
Theoretically, they could do an artificial insemination with a surrogate, but that's a lot of out there thinking.
It's a lot of wokeness for Marvel Comics.
So I'm going to go with a 3 for rarity. Because there's others of his species, but they're on a different planet. He's the only one that's come to Earth. I'm sure if another Titan comes to Earth, then they won't really like them there. So 763 from me.
16. I'll take it.
Uh,
Still nicer than
so
Superman.
very, yeah. So very similar to like I said about Superman. Ain't no humanoid I've ever seen look like that.
Is the purple
So
skin?
it's the purple skin. It's I have a big chin, but like mine doesn't look like a ball sack. Um, so I'm gonna say a 9 for not human.
Okay.
Tech and transportation. I mean, he's got a lot of it, which is really cool. He has the Thanos copter. Come on, we forgot about that.
I did forget about that.
It's the dumbest thing in all of comics.
He still has it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say a 9 for tech and transportation, and then rarity. The Titans are a dying breed, also, which is not great for them. I think, and I'm gonna bake this into rarity. I think part of this too is like the being known
Okay.
for me for rarity. Like everyone knows Thanos.
Yeah, like worlds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like a 7 for
Okay.
rarity. Like he may be the only one of his own, but everybody knows who he is. So 997.
Okay.
So 25.
The highest score of the day.
Yep. We're rating these really low.
I think a part of that is, like I said, like some of these I've rated lower because, like, if you think about alien lore, there's
Mhm.
like a set standard. Transportation,
Right.
weapons, it's what makes you different than that to like wow that kind of scale at least. So
Mhm.
it's harder when you have like a certain lore to go against.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mage's third round pick.
Fun.
I just Googled mine and got my third round pick. So
Listen,
as long as
Did you?
you don't pick it,
I want to say Mage.
Is it a Marvel? Is it a Marvel one?
nope. Because we've already done Marvel.
I would say James is
Yeah, but I can still do Marvel.
Mage's
You don't own
third
me.
is generally a little bit of a sucker punch.
It's usually my fun pick.
Yeah.
I usually pick the first two that I'm like, these are good, and then my third one's like, this is for me.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm gonna do with this one, because I'm not gonna win anyway. So who fucking cares? My third is Marvin the Martian. Anyone know who Marvin the
Yeah,
Martian
I do.
is?
I was, for some reason, I was thinking Martian Manhunter, and I was like, well, that's a strong one, but it's Marvin
I mean,
the Martian.
he was on my list, but this is for me.
Okay. All right. Remind us of Marvin.
So this is Marvin the Martian. He is obviously he's a Martian. If you look at him, he is wearing very it's battle gear, but it's very like it's tech. So he has the
Spartan.
go ahead. It's Spartan-esque, yeah. Spartan-esque battle armor. So the belt he wears is a utility belt. So he has different buttons on it that he can poke and it'll do things. He has a ton of different technology. He has his own spaceship. It's his flying saucer X2 that he has. He has a lot of different like weapons. He has a shrink ray. He has freeze rays. Um, he is part of a fleet of Martians going to colonize different planets. Um, he himself, his appearance is never really shown under the helmet. He is not human-like in that appearance. He is totally black, and not black as like a African American person. Black is in like
Like the
a like
absence of.
lack of absence of light. Um, he has no mouth that is visible. He has no ears that are visible. It is just eyes on his face.
Who goes first? Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have a question.
He is the only one in the series of his kind that is seen.
I thought there was a flashback where we kind of see like how he got to his orders and stuff. So we saw a couple of them.
Yes. So you see the planet at certain points in the series, but he is the only one there.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Is there, and it's Looney Tunes, so there's a lot of them. Is there not an episode or two where he loses his like uniform, whatever it is, and I think he's like a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not human by far, but I think because of his size and stature, and because he's sometimes treated as a joke a little bit, for goofs and stuff, I'm gonna give him a
Mhm.
7 for his thing. Because like I said, if you take away his stuff and like put him like he has to wear a kid's Halloween costume or it's Halloween, you mean, oh, that's a cool costume. You know? Um
Mhm.
Tech and transportation, he has some pretty cool stuff besides, the alien lore. Doesn't even have like a dog that's electronic at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and he has like the shrink ray and stuff. He has
Mhm.
there's because like I said, it's Looney Tunes. There's no real guaranteed limitation to his tech. A 7 too. Um, and for his rarity, assuming that there's a Marvin for every planet in the galaxy, there's a lot of him, but there's only one of him. Are they known necessarily? I would say like if you think of Space Jam, they're known in the universe, but not to Earth.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a Martian.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him. And like even Bugs Bunny goes, "Oh, you're a Martian." He's like, oh, "Okay, like sure, you're a Martian, right?" I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7 across
Mhm.
the board.
Way higher than Omni Man.
I listen. You said he was a knockoff Superman.
Which he pretty much is.
He's better.
Okay, buddy.
That's like Superman, Omni Man,
Homelander.
Homelander. Homelander's a test tube baby.
Wow, I forgot Duck Dodgers was a show.
Yeah, it was.
So Marvin the Martian for me. Going to get a 7 for human as well. Tech is going to be a 10 because he's heavily relying on it. And rarity is going to be a 5.
7, 10, 5 is 22. His dog's name is K9.
Yeah, I knew it was something very like.
If you guys like to know my fun one, my third one.
Let's
Yes.
hear a fun one.
My third one is one we all probably remember.
The kind of like
No.
Sly with the no belly button.
Nope. It's animated, and her name is Amber,
Gotta see a photo
otherwise
here.
known as Scooby's alien girlfriend dog.
I am quitting the series.
Yeah. Okay. You got a point. You got like a 1 point extra for me because it's Scooby Doo related.
So Amber is a alien dog that took a liking to Scooby Doo. It's technically not human, but has a cloaking device that allows her to take the form of I believe it's a golden retriever.
It's a golden retriever, yeah.
And then they also have a ship that they flew down in.
That broke.
And it broke.
He really had a thing for golden retrievers.
Was there another one?
There was I think it's one of like, the Mystery, like not Mystery Incorporated, one of the newer ones. He basically adopted a family of little puppies. And I'm pretty sure they were like goldens and stuff because he liked the mom.
Mhm. I mean, as the proud owner of a golden retriever, they're kind of the best. So,
Have you checked to see if your golden's an alien life form?
no.
Hmm.
If he is, he's doing a real shitty job at taking over the planet. If he is, it's a Goku situation where he fell and hit his head, and now all he wants to do is eat food and get loved. All right. I should probably write this down.
Yeah.
Okay, Silver. Fuck you, first off. Just because I want to say it.
That's fair.
How human... I'm going to say a 7, because it is bipedal. 2 arms, 2 legs. Close.
Yeah.
Technology. The only technology we see is the cloaking device.
I don't think
and
it's
the spaceship.
I don't think it's bipedal. I think it's just the image it's reared up.
I think it walks on 2 feet.
Every image I see, it's bipedal.
Is it?
Yeah. I
Huh.
think it is.
Yeah. It looks every image is bipedal.
Okay.
Um,
I
technology. I'm gonna go ahead.
was gonna say it's got the werewolf backwards knees, so I guess it is.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a 7 for technology because like the only ones we see are the cloaking device and the spaceship.
Yeah.
So, uh, and you're gonna hate me for this. For rarity, I'm gonna say a 1 because it is exactly hidden. Like their goal is to be hidden. They have a cloaking device.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if you were in
uh,
Arizona and an alien,
yeah, fair.
Move.
don't have that
So
type.
8
Don't have that kind of rupees for the move.
rupees.
Listen, they landed in 1960s Roswell. They could have hopped on a hippie bus and moved anywhere.
They had a jeep.
You see? There you
That's
go.
true. Hey,
And
that's more tech.
all you had to do was give a certain group of, stoner kids enough weed to be like, help us move this spaceship. No one would remember. You'd be out of Arizona. You'd go to a more tech savvy freaking area. I'm just saying, there was options. No one thought outside the box.
Can I now that we've done all of these, no one picked Goku.
No,
Of course
no one
not.
picked
He's a
aliens.
knockoff Superman.
No one picked Frieza.
That's true.
No
I'm
one
sorry.
picked Cell.
Cell's
surprised
not
you didn't.
alien.
No one picked Piccolo.
There you go.
I'm surprised you didn't do any of those.
Cell, I will fight you. Cell is an alien. Cell's DNA is of alien descent. He is an alien.
Cell
think-
is technically an alien because he's also from a different timeline.
I would say, and it's the reason why I didn't choose the Aliens franchise, is you kind of lean heavily in like one or more of the kind of like genres here.
That's
Like
fair.
I want to do Aliens, but like they don't have a lot of tech. They don't. There's
Mhm.
nothing like really cool out. I was like, nah.
Yeah,
Whereas,
you're getting a 10 in appearance.
yeah, that's why I was torn between Thanos and Aliens franchise. I was like, Thanos has a more
Mhm.
rounded capabilities. I feel like that's the same thing with the Dragon Ball franchise.
There's
Yeah,
Predator.
Predator would have been a fun one.
yeah.
All right. Well, that is the end here. So
Nope,
Silver is going
Wait,
to tally up.
we still
I gotta
gotta
go.
get Bird.
What? I thought we were done.
No, I gotta rate.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Now who's
We're just
jumping ahead?
premature all day.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, fair.
How human? Like you said, they got the shape, the weird lizard-like kind of thing. 7. Transportation. I'm gonna go with a 5 because they have the cloaking device that lasted them like wherever how many years, but they have a broken spaceship and really did not put a lot of effort into fixing it.
They got the Jeep.
Which so does every American in the
It's a car.
1960s. Yeah,
It's a car.
It's tech.
yeah. Like there was, and I feel like she did not use her alien advantage knowledge to gain, and because of the blendingness, there wasn't all reliant on the tech. Besides, like the
I
everyday,
can't get over you, Silver. They have a Jeep.
they have a Jeep.
You're the Jeep person, Mage.
Rarity,
I am not.
a 1. It's like you said.
Yeah. They're trying to be
Yeah.
hidden.
Which is that whole reliant on the cloakingness is why they got that 6 from me. I'm harboring on the fact that they had a spaceship they really did not try to do anything with. They relied on the mystery gang who bumbled their way through everything to get them out.
I feel like I bring this up every time. That movie, the live action movie for Scooby Doo, is so good.
It is.
I actually just watched it the other day.
Uh,
This is the worst day of my life compared to what every other freaking day of my life.
yeah. How high do you think they charge just for their therapy bills? Like that's why they live in the mystery machine is because they're paying for therapy.
It's their therapy and Shaggy's insulin.
Do you think Scooby's on dog insulin?
Probably.
For sure.
That brings us.
Scooby should be dead.
Scooby Doo should not be that skinny either.
It's because he eats chocolate all the time.
Do we have any honorable mentions?
I had 2.
Okay.
I had Martian Manhunter, which you brought up. But again, same situation, I think, as Amber. And my other one, which I think would have been fun, but you mentioned Marvel first, was Groot.
Okay. I think mine
I
was
didn't have a.
Aliens, and I was gonna do Doctor Who.
Mm.
But I was banking on you doing Doctor Who.
No, I'm not a Doctor Who. I've never seen an episode.
What?
Scratch that. I had a girlfriend in high school that made me watch it.
Well,
I've seen like 2 or 3
but
episodes.
it's like even
That's
if
it.
you don't watch Doctor Who, you know enough about it to kind of skate your way through this one. There's the TARDIS,
I know. I would have picked like the what is it? The Daleks.
the Daleks. Yep.
Yeah, I would have picked them instead of the Doctor.
Yeah, I was gonna lean on Daleks, pretty much.
Mhm.
But like I said, I was banking on someone going through the. I don't think I had another one that was an honorable mention.
Mm-mm. That's all I had. Did you have any, Silver?
Honorable mentions: Broly, Frieza, uh,
The entirety of the Dragon Ball universe
Yeah.
minus 6 people.
uh,
Super Kamiguru.
yeah, Deoxys
Get fucked.
from Pokemon,
Isn't which one is Pokemon Jesus?
Arceus.
Arceus.
Arceus,
Yes.
thank you.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Arceus?
Ooh, don't say that to some people. Some people only like it when you call her Arceus.
You seen the TikToks where they're going around at conventions and asking who the worst anime dad is, and 99% of them are saying Gohan.
You mean Goku?
Yeah, they're like Goku.
Yeah.
And
You're right, though.
they're like even Piccolo hugged his kid before he even died.
You haven't seen Dragon Ball Abridged, have you, Bird?
No.
There's a scene in it where they like poke fun at that, where like Vegeta goes into the hyperbolic time chamber with Trunks, and Trunks is like, "I need time to adjust. It's so vast. It's so white." And Vegeta goes, "Training begins now," and smacks the shit out of him. And he goes, "You weren't ready."
Okay.
I think Vegeta's the worst dad, personally.
Well,
they have long.
Have you seen a new thing in Daima?
I haven't seen any of Daima, no.
Okay. I know we talked about this last time, but there's like, or the one new chick, I forget her name off the top of my head now, but she's like, "You have a kid. How do you even have a hand in raising it?" Goku's just like, "I wasn't really involved in that."
At least he's honest.
It's like confirmed.
The second one was Shao Tucker. But yeah, Goku was ahead of Shao Tucker for being the worst fucking dad in anime.
I mean, there's not a lot. Most dads in anime are either just like humans. Omni-Man would be a really bad dad.
You either have abandonment issues or trauma abuse.
When you watch the first season of Invincible, because if you watch the first episode, you'll watch the first season. Come back and tell us how bad of a dad Omni-Man is.
Okay, I've seen his TikToks. He's a fucking piece of shit father.
What's another 18 fucking years?
All right.
Ready for some score releases?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost.
So, for the second time in AA history, we have a tie. First and second place, me and Bird tied with 118.
I'll take it because I've been dead last couple times I've been here.
And with a score of 105, we have Mage.
To be fair, I thought I was much further behind than that. So,
your first one bumped you up a lot.
Yeah.
Stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And as our new tradition, Bird, we get to assign homework to Mage.
You two can blow me.
That's a job for Mondi.
I want a 2-page college MLA format on why Superman is actually a decent hero.
It's gonna be blow me for 2 pages.
No.
So the homework assignment, Bird, we got to assign him is 3 episodes of TV show or 1 movie.
Okay.
For him to watch.
Does that be a whole series or is this like an episode?
It's 3 episodes.
3 episodes.
Okay. All right.
Minimum. Do you have an idea what you want it to be?
I'll think about it. Do you have an idea?
Let's see.
You guys can come up with it, and then
Let you know.
we'll do it behind the scenes, and then I'll report back next episode.
Okay.
Because I think next episode is going to be here in like 2 days. So
Something like that.
yeah, but you have to let me know like tomorrow because I'll watch it at work this week.
I'll be nice and not say Glepnir.
I will not. No, I won't watch Glepnir. What the fuck? The other two things I won't watch, and you know this, are the time I got reincarnated as a slime, and I'm a vending machine trapped in a dungeon. Fucking whatever.
Fine.
Total refusal. And for our next episode, we do actually have a topic already picked.
Oh.
So we won't be spinning the wheel. We did this ahead of time. This has been a couple weeks in the making. We are doing best saves. So it is best saves in anime or TV or whatever. But best like characters coming in and saving the day, saving somebody, whatever it would be. So we're going to be doing that next episode. I'll have a card ready to go. I think we already talked a majority of it, but I'll get with Silver and make the card and we'll be good to go.
An example of fucking up the job on that one is Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man.
He saved the corpse.
Oh, I'm sad. I want a third movie after seeing No Way Home. I want a third movie so bad.
Everyone else got 3. He didn't.
I want it because he makes that comment in the movie about like how he stopped pulling his punches. I want to see that. I want to see him go through that struggle of like becoming a dick. Oh, it'd be so good.
Also, Chaotic's gonna kick my ass for that one.
Hello, Chaotic here. Thank you for listening to Archetype Apocalypse. Mage, Mondi, and Silver will be back to debate soon, but if you just can't wait to get your hands on more, check out the other projects within Mythic Gates on Discord or at monstersmythe.wixsite.com. A quick tip since Silver can't hear me either. If you sub to Patreon, you get episodes a week early. Don't tell them I told you. See you next time, AA Fiends.